just want to say for some more people to come out here and play some games and have a good time, and everyone wins some prizes. And that's how it should be at the state fair.
You got to try it. It's only a quarter.
Well, I've only had one corn dog, and I think it's all right.
I'd never eat a hamburger here.
I loved it to death. I just loved every single minute of it. I come here every year, and every year I see something new. I just love it.
I think it's fun. I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, the most they win is a cigar.
It's like the Minnesota State Fair is like everyone out here to have a good time.
And that is exactly what we hope to prove to you in the next hour. It is State Fair Live, the 1985 Minnesota State Fair. I'm Bill Carlson, and in the next hour we're going to present to you many elements of the Minnesota State Fair. Michael Johnson, who will be performing at the grandstand tonight, will be with us. Paul New and Steel City along, Willie Nelson, and a conversation Pat Brown had with him just the other day. Many, many other things. We're going to give you a flavor of what the Minnesota State Fair is all about. We hope many of you have been here to visit, and many more of you will decide to join us in the days remaining. Right now, Pat Brown is standing by at a very special place just about a block and a half away. Pat?
A special treat for you. Live, we're going to watch him do it. Here he goes. Well, I'll tell you, Bill, that's one way to get this show started off with a big splash. What do you think?
I understand that you're going to do that a little bit later on in the show, right, Pat?
Oh, no, Bill, you got the wrong idea, not me.
Okay. We are just at the bottom of the grandstand ramp, which is where the WCCO television booth is, where we do our newscasts and everything else. We have set up a special stage, but on the other side of the grandstand ramp, a little later tonight, a very special gentleman who I am very proud to say has been a longtime friend of mine. He's going to perform at the grandstand tonight, and a little preview for us right now. Here's Michael Johnson.
Thank you. I've never followed a Human Torch before. There's a bird in my tree singing sad autumn melodies. There's an old summer breeze blowing away. There's a cloud in my sky. There's a girl who's been on my mind. There's a tear in my eye. I think it could rain. Drops of water, drops of water, falling down around my feet. And nothing but the rain in my life. Hopefully not. Drops of water, drops of water, rolling down around my feet. And nothing but the rain in my life. Rain. And all the background singers, they go, drops of water. That's you. Drops of water, drops of water, drops of water. Oops, you don't have to sing that part. If a star falls tonight, let it fall, and with all your might make a wish. There won't be any rain in your life. Drops of water, drops of water, falling nothing but the rain in my life. Drops of water, drops of water, rolling down around my feet. There's nothing but the rain in my life.
Thank you. Michael Johnson. That's just a kind of a preview of the kind of things. I think that's right, too. Preview of the kind of the things you're going to be hearing at the grandstand tonight. And you're going to do, I understand, an acoustical set, which means what you did essentially right now.
Yeah, I'll be doing this, and then after the orchestra plays for a bit, I'll come back out and we'll find out what we have in common.
You followed a flaming torch. You're going to follow Starship 3, too, tonight,
That's right.
I understand. We have good news about a new recording contract for Michael Johnson.
That's right. I've just signed an 8-album recording contract with RCA Records, and I'm a happy boy.
And we have lots of happy folks out here, too. Michael, I know we have to let you go because you've got some preparation to do, and you'll be on stage at 8 o'clock, so we'll let these folks go just in time to sneak over to hear you, okay?
That sounds great. You know, I've always liked it. I always wondered when they say, listen, I know we've got to let you go, whether or not you really have to let them go. But I do. I have to get over them.
Okay, thank you very much. Michael Johnson. How about a round of applause? While we're doing that, we're going to slip down to the Midway where Don Shelby is standing by. Don?
Bill, we're standing here at the Midway just at the entrance to this show. We're standing at the basketball concession with JJ out of San Antonio, Texas. And, you know, my job is to come out on this Midway and try to win some prizes. Now, I've shot a few baskets to warm up here, haven't I, JJ?
Yeah.
Have I done well?
About 9 for 10. Ain't too bad at all.
9 for 10? We're going to see. Now, I gave you $5 to shoot 10 shots. I'm going to shoot 10 shots and see how well I can do, because I got some daughters at home, need some stuff, toys here. I'll just pay attention. In and out, no good. In and out, no good. In, that's one. That's 1 for 2, right?
For 2.
That's 2 for 3. 2 for 3. 2 for 3.
And run them out. 3 for 4.
That's 3 for 4. 3 for 4. Oh, no good. Close. 3 for 5.
60%.
4 for 6.
Wisher. Oh! You guys are getting pretty good.
Oh, no, what's that now? Okay, here we go. How close am I?
5 for 9. 60% from the field.
My last one. All right.
Here it comes. Money ball.
Boom.
Yeah!
What do I get here,
You got
JJ?
3 of them.
All right, I get 3.
Your choice.
All right, I'll get this. Oh, my, I'm in trouble. I got 3 daughters. I got 2 prizes. Can I come back later?
Sure.
All right, I'll be back later. We'll be back later in this program. I'm going to have my weight guest, and then we'll try to slam a frog. That's a new feature on this thing, and you humanitarians try not to watch. It's an ugly sight. Go to Peggy now, okay, Peg?
No, it's back to me, Don, and don't forget, I want one of those purple wizard dolls before the evening's out, okay? You know, along with the Midway, the grandstand shows always rank very high in popularity. Now, Willie Nelson was out here to get things started last Thursday night, opening night, and we had the chance to drop by and say hello.
Well, hello there. My, it's been a long, long time. How am I doing? Oh, I guess I'm doing fine.
Whether singing a ballad or a toe-tapping country favorite, Willie Nelson always pleases the crowds at the Minnesota State Fair. Working over 200 concerts a year, Willie travels the country in his large customized motor coach. Inside, I asked this 5-time Grammy winner if he felt like a star.
No, not really, because I don't know. Everybody's a star as far as I'm concerned. I mean, everybody, you know, you're a star. Everybody, whatever they do, they should be a star in that position, whatever they're in. I think they should do the best they can. But as far as being a star, no, I don't look at myself that way.
His fans do, however, and have supported not only his musical talents, but his acting career as well, from Electric Horseman in 1980 to his latest effort, Songwriter, a film about the recording industry. In this clip, Willie argues with his ex-wife about an alimony check.
When are you going to grow up and be a responsible person?
I'm president of my own publishing company, got my own studio. How grown up do I have to be? You know, I think you and I probably just got married the wrong year and a half of our life, and I'm sorry it didn't work out.
Oh, Doc.
Why did I leave you? Why did I leave you?
I left you.
It's not a lot of fun to do movies. You have to wait several months or years to see how you did, and then there's always a possibility that it comes out and that nobody saw it. So all that work that you put into it, you feel like was gone down the drain. So it has its ups and downs. In music, you know each night how you did, and that's why I like that better than anything.
Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Don't let them pick guitars and drive boats. Make all be doctors and lawyers and sons. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. They'll never stay home, they're always wrong. Leave on someone they love.
Willie's current crusade is called Farm Aid. Along with several other country musicians, Willie will be performing in concert this coming September 22nd in Champaign, Illinois, and all the proceeds go to help America's farmers. Well, right now, let's go to Peggy Knapp. She's out here on the fairgrounds somewhere talking with some of this year's fairgoers. How are folks faring out there, Peggy?
Well, I tell you how our folks are faring. How are you all faring out here at the fair? You doing all right? I am surrounded by some of the greatest characters outside of the Midway. Now, your name is?
Jean Cody.
Jean, you just got out of the haunted house, right? How was the haunted house?
I went in, I was 18 years old. I came out, I'm 49.
So
I went in thinking I was going to laugh, and I didn't laugh. It was really scary.
And what was the scariest part?
When they clutched.
They clutched. Okay, now you two just came off the Midway, right?
Yeah.
What are your names?
Shelly Jones. Paula Schneider.
Now, how did you win these?
In the Frog Slam.
The Frog Slam. Why don't you explain to us what the Frog Slam is?
You had to hit this frog. It was like on a teeter-totter, and it flew into a garbage can.
And you obviously won big on the Frog Slam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And these are supposed to be what?
Cats in garbage cans.
Cats in garbage cans. They won at the Frog Slam. On my right here, we have who?
The Tambles.
Okay, now you tell me about your group here at the fair.
There are 9 of us. We are all sisters or sister-in-laws. The Dolly sisters are our mothers. We come out here without any kids or husbands for the whole day.
And how did you... Yeah! Okay, well, we're having a great time out here at the State Fair. Even though the weather's a little overcast, it looks good. So right now, we're going to go back to you, Bill.
Okay, Peggy, and we will be checking with you just a little bit later on. We heard from Michael Johnson just a few moments ago, but we're going to have more music on our program tonight. We're going to give you just a little taste right now, and we'll have more a little later. So just before we take this brief pause in our program, here's Paul New in Steel City. Welcome back to the Minnesota State Fair live on this 28th day of August. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us, too, back at home. You know, so much of the entertainment here at the Minnesota State Fair is equestrian. Equestrian means it has to do with horses and that family. Well, one of the groups we have here this year is the Royal Canadian Mounted Police Musical Ride. It is filled with tradition, with pageantry, with symmetry, with all kinds of things. It's a very special thing to see. They are performing at the Coliseum. So take a look at this. It is very fancy footwork, Canadian style. These constables of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police are carrying on a tradition that began during the Canadian frontier days of a century ago. In 1873, the newly acquired Northwest Territories required protection, and the Northwest Mounted Police were established. But the Mounties evolved as the times changed. They eventually became less of a military unit guarding the early settlers and more of a provincial police force with duties of enforcing the law. In 1920, their name was changed to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Throughout their history, the Mounties have always been of top character, and the men of the musical ride are no exception. Inspector Vern Baugh is officer in charge.
They're chosen for their ability as a people person. The fact of the matter is we are a public relations unit, and we are bound to get asked the same questions 10,000 times, and if you aren't able to answer the question the 10,000th time, as well as you did the first time, then there's really no place for you in this particular unit.
The musical ride is made up of 42 men and 36 horses. During each performance, though, only 33 members mount the Black Canadian Thoroughbreds. The touring season is from May until November and has included coronations, jubilees, and parades all around the world.
We meet an awful lot of friendly people, and that's one of the big pluses for this job, is the fact that you're on the road, you're seeing new places and new faces, but you meet fine people.
And all those people are treated to an impressive show of intricate movements and figures set to music.
Essentially what we're doing is derivatives of cavalry drill. Now these drills were established years and years ago to facilitate the moving of men and horses around on a battlefield or to get them from one place to another.
To accomplish that requires months of practice. Each member of the ride serves for 3 years, one of which is devoted to training for these drills. After their service, they will return to regular law enforcement duties.
I'm very proud to be a Canadian, and I'm proud to be part of a team that represents our country, and that's how we prefer to think of the musical ride as something representing not only our force but Canada as well.
Aren't they beautiful? You know, the musical ride will be performing during the horse shows in the Coliseum through September 1st. Now, animals come in all shapes and sizes at the State Fair, and right now I have with me Brian Conkey and Tony Herrera, who have stopped by with some of their prize animals. Now, Brian, I understand that this is a grand champion hog. Can you tell me about him?
Yes, that's correct. This is Prince. He is a grand champion Duroc boar in the FFA class. I brought Prince along with 14 other Durocs up to the State Fair to show in FFA as well as open class.
Now, you know, I've heard it said that pigs or hogs are some of the most intelligent of all farm animals. Is that true?
Well, sometimes I wonder. But, yes, they are relatively intelligent. They keep their feeding area clean and as well as their nesting area.
Okay, well, thanks for stopping by. I think he's a beauty.
Thank you.
As beautiful as hogs can be, that is. Tony, we have a little interplay here between the hog and the sheep. Do hogs and sheep like each other?
I have no idea.
Now, your sheep is also a champion, is she not?
Yeah, she took first place UNU in the Southdown show in the FFA barn.
Okay, and what did you have to do to get her ready for the fair this year?
Well, I picked her out, and I sheared her down completely. Then I washed her up, trimmed her hooves, and then about a week before you get her to the fair, you have to re-block the whole animal, trim her out, do the hooves again, spray her down, blanket her, and then bring her out and hope the judge likes her.
And the judges did like her?
Yes, they did.
Well, that's a lot of work, and we thank you for stopping by.
Thanks.
Okay. Bill, it's back to you.
Okay, thank you, Pat. I would like you to meet Bill Martin, who is the man here looking like a zebra a little bit. He is a ref for a special kind of athletic event. Bill?
Thank you, Bill. We're going to have next Sunday a Minnesota State Arm Wrestling Championship. It's brought to you by the State Fair and light beer from Miller.
Now, this arm wrestling is going to involve how many people?
We're going to have a maximum of 250 wrestlers. We had a real good pre-registration. We're expecting a lot more to register Sunday morning.
You have all kinds of special equipment and everything else. You want to introduce our two wrestlers here?
Okay, we're privileged to have a national champion and a former state champion with us. Carol Malno is a national champion current now, and she's going to be defending her title coming up in October, I believe it is. And this is Debbie Corona, is a current, or not a current, but a past state champion.
Okay, let's see how we get all set up here. Yeah, I think they deserve a round of applause here. Okay, do you want to explain while they get into position here exactly what they're doing?
Okay, I'm going to have them lock up. Put your left hands on the peg, please. Put your elbows down in the square. Get a nice comfortable hold over the table. Do not apply any pressure until I straighten you out and get you started. And then I'm going to lock them up, and then I'm going to say ready, go, and then they're going to start arm wrestling.
Okay, let's see what happens here.
Is that hold comfortable to you? Is it comfortable to you? Over the center. Ready, go.
Ooh, that looks like a lot of straining there. Oh, there. That looks like it takes a lot of effort, huh?
It really does. You have to really practice and keep working your body.
Strength or concentration?
Both.
Okay, both. Okay, thank you very much, and that one comes up very soon. Right now, we want to check once again with Peggy Knapp, who is checking out some of her favorite things at the Minnesota State Fair.
Now, if you're an experienced fairgoer, as I am, then you probably have your favorite things to do and see all picked out. Like, I like to go get my CCO shopping bag right off the bat in case I win something at the Midway or pick up some free stuff at some of the demonstrations. But if you look around out here, you'll find that there is something to interest absolutely everyone, no matter who you are or what you like to do. The kids will have plenty to see and do at the Children's Theater stage in the Education Building, where performers like magician Willy Wonka make even the corniest jokes seem brand new.
1, anything can happen. 2, hold tight. 3,
No state fair would be complete without those cute 4-H projects, but these kids are a long way from the cow barn. The 4-H Share the Fun show is part of the 4-H Arts In program. Now, if you put up a table and talk real loud, you're bound to attract at least a small crowd, no matter what you're demonstrating. Of course, occasionally there are delicious side benefits to be had. And don't underestimate the skill involved in some of these demonstrations. You can only make a couple of mistakes at this before you run out of feet. The people watching is especially good when the Salt of the Earth view the cream of the crop at the Juried Art Show in the Fine Arts Building. These works by Minnesota artists will be on display all during the fair. For you rock and roll fans, the Miller High Life stage will feature bands like the Wallets. And at the State Fair, a good beat is the only excuse you need to get up and dance in the fresh air or anywhere. The Ding Dongers Comedy Band will keep them hopping at the Senior Citizens Building. With tongues planted firmly in cheeks, the Ding Dongers will be oompahing literally till the cows come home.
Back here live at the fair, I have with me the reigning Princess K of the Milky Way, Miss Stephanie Dickey. Stephanie, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for me.
Yes, you can applaud, that's for sure. Stephanie, what is your role as Princess K?
Well, my title is the Goodwill Ambassador for the American Dairy Association, and I'm here for the duration of the fair. And my title and what I do is basically promote the dairy industry, the products, and the farmers. And right now, I'm located in the dairy building, working with the public at the different booths and that. So really, I meet the public and just promote the dairy industry, drink milk, and
lots of milk.
Yeah, lots of milk, and support the farmers.
Okay, now we have a little videotape of some of the things that you've been up to recently. In fact, here you are being crowned. This was last Thursday night. How did you feel?
Well, I guess I was speechless. That's of course. They told me I would be, and I was. It was so exciting, though. It really was.
And of course, here is, well, we just finished seeing a sculpture of you in butter, which is a tradition for the princess, is it not?
You bet. And it's pretty cold in there. It's 38 above zero.
38. Now, how long did it take to carve that sculpture?
For me, I was probably in there 6 hours. Yeah.
6 hours? And you're from Leonard. We have to get that in for all the hometown folk. Is Leonard a big dairy milking area?
Not really, but the surrounding areas are basically the dairy type. And Leonard, I want to tell everybody the population of Leonard is only 50 people. And we presently milk 42 head of Holsteins. And we farm about 500 acres. And that's a big farm for Leonard.
Well, you're a lovely representative, Stephanie. Congratulations, and we'll look for you here at the fair. Okay, right now we're just going to take a small break, but we'll be back real soon. Stay with us. Back here live at the Minnesota State Fair. You know, you have to admit it, when you come to the State Fair, you run into some really interesting characters, and I have a few of them with me right here. This is Kenny Bird, a terrific ventriloquist, and his friend...
Rudy. This is Rudy.
What's going on?
Well, you're here at the fair, remember?
It's getting dark.
Yeah, well, that's because it's getting later at the fair today. That's when a lot of good things happen.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, Kenny, you and Rudy and some other folks are performing out here, what, every day?
Yes, every day right through the end of the fair.
And where do we catch your act?
Well,
Can I talk?
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. He wants to say something.
Well, we're going to be at the chorus stage in the bazaar.
Yeah.
And the show times are, you want to hear this?
Yeah, she's listening.
Okay, 11:30.
Yeah.
2:30.
Yeah.
And, what's it?
5:30.
5:30 every day.
Yeah.
There you go. So we've got a lot of chances to catch your act. You've performed with some big-name entertainers, isn't that right?
Yeah, I have been here with, matter of fact, I've been in the Twin Cities with some entertainers. I've been here with Ben Vereen, the Pointer Sisters, Roberta Flack, and various other people here right in the Twin Cities.
Now, Rudy seems to be more interested in the crowd. I want to ask Rudy a question. Can I do that? Rudy? Rudy?
This guy's looking at me over here.
Well,
Rudy, is Kenny difficult to work with any time?
Yes, he is.
oh, no, I'm not difficult to work with.
Oh, no, wait. He pulls a few strings here, so I'll let him slide.
Yeah, well, I'm not very difficult to work with. He's sometimes as difficult to work with.
Well, I think he's delightful, as are you. And we're going to try to catch your act here at the fair, okay?
Okay, through the rest of the week. And, hey, you want to give me a little kiss?
I'll give him a kiss. Come here, Rudy. Come here.
Oh, no, yeah.
Hey, Rudy, come on.
Oh, can you see kiss?
Come on.
No, Rudy, you know, we're going to try to catch your act. If you can get your act together. But I'd like you to help me with my act right now. Can you help me toss it back to Bill?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to toss it over to Bill. The guy that watches me.
Yeah.
I've been keeping an eye on you. It's the only wooden announcer I've ever worked with. I don't know. He's going over to the medical center here to check for termites a little bit later, I understand. Well, we have so much more for you tonight. Don Shelby, still in the Midway. I don't think he's still shooting baskets. Don, what's up next?
I'm standing here at the Fool the Guesser booth. You don't have to have any special talent to win here. I've done all right so far. We're going to be talking to Trudy Jones, who not only is the Fool the Guesser, but she runs the computer for this entire Midway show, and she is from Canada by way of Tampa. Now, you and I have an arrangement. She's been standing here watching me for the past 20 minutes or so, and it costs $1 a guess. Guesses weight, age, and the month of your birth, and she's had ample time to study my frame and my physiognomy, and now you're going to guess all of them, all right?
Yes, I'm going to do the triple whammy on you.
All right, what's the guess?
All right, on your age,
My
I'm going
age.
to do that first.
All right.
I'm going to write on a piece of paper because
Write
I
it
don't
down.
want you to see what I'm
Okay.
writing. How old are you?
I'm 38.
Oh, he's going to...
What'd you say?
He's going to hate me.
46. These have been tough years, ladies and gentlemen.
They certainly have.
They
certainly
show
have.
on my
You forgot
face.
to use your Grecian formula this
That's
morning.
right, the gray showing. All right.
Now we're going to try the month of your
Okay,
birthday.
the month.
All right? I hope I do a little better on this one.
Okay.
I don't like to be looking like a
Here's
fool.
the month. Okay. The month is.
All right. There's my guess.
What is it?
When is your birthday?
May.
May? Well,
Yes.
you may pick another prize because I guessed you
2
way in
prizes.
November.
Okay, now wait, real quick.
Now the weight. Real quick on your weight.
Right.
You're trying to look real fat, aren't you? I'm going to say 168.
168.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
see what it
What's
is
the
here.
radio?
Okay. 161.
You got me again?
I win 3, ladies and gentlemen. I can pick 3 here.
Certainly can.
3. Can I get a 3 like this?
Anything
Okay.
you like.
Okay, this is a lot of fun, fans. Come on down and win a lot of prizes and fool the guesser and stuff. And we'll go back to Pat now. Give me these prizes.
Thanks, Don. You know, there's a lot of excitement on the ground here at the State Fair, but there's even more sometimes if you look up in the sky. It's an act called Starship 3, and it's one of the most daring that you'll ever witness. Let's take a look firsthand.
Jim Grogan, owner and operator of Starship 3, has been infatuated with aviation since the age of 8, and his strong interest progressed into the development of the Helicopter Trapeze Act.
Well, I guess we're ready.
For the entertainers of Starship 3, a high-powered performance is nothing new. As a matter of fact, for this daredevil team, the higher the performance, the better.
I've been involved with helicopter trapeze about 18 years. Located John Zimmerman some 3 years ago, who has an extensive background as a trapezist as well as being a helicopter pilot. He has been a certificated helicopter pilot for a number of years, and he and myself teamed for the physical performance. And my wife Heidi choreographs all the music and lighting to the performance, as well as designing and making all of our costumes.
The 7-minute 50-second performance has been molded into an exact science. For John Zimmerman, this perfection is a matter of life or death.
Like today, I already knew we'd be flying with a crosswind, and I knew it would be a little turbulent under the helicopter, so I knew that my tricks had to be very cautious.
But members of Starship 3 realize that the danger and thrill of the act is what makes it so popular.
Well, it's exciting. It's the highest act in the world. I try to fly the helicopters as a performer, not as a helicopter pilot, you know, with show business pizzazz, etc. And we enjoy entertaining people. I think that's our major concern, is whether or not the people are going to enjoy the performance.
Okay, we are back live at the stage at the State Fair Live. Incidentally, Starship 3 will be performing tonight, I believe, because we have a break in the weather. We had a few little showers. You folks out here felt those little showers a few moments ago, didn't you? But we do seem to have a break in the weather now, so Starship 3 will be performing between Michael Johnson's sets tonight. And, of course, they do every afternoon and every evening, weather permitting, right here at the Minnesota State Fair. A little bit later on, we're going to meet a couple of other people that I think you're going to enjoy. Matthew Rohde is a young man who plays a remarkable violin. He also plays fiddle, as he said. But that's coming up a little bit later. Right now, we're going to check the Midway once again, this time not with Don Shelby, but with Pat Brown to find something new.
Minnesota's great get-together really gets into swing here on the Midway. If it's a carnival you're looking for, you've come to the right place. This year, it took 500 people 3 days to set up all the rides and shows you see here on the Midway. Now, most of those folks live right here on the fairgrounds during the fair's duration and travel about 6,000 miles a year, going from fair to fair. From unusual sights like motorcyclists speeding around a vertical wall to the tamer pleasures of the ever-popular merry-go-round, the Midway won't let you down. It might lift you up on the giant wheel featured in Seattle's World's Fair, swing you out on a new ride this year called Force 10, or twirl you around in the Boomerang, another new attraction, but the Midway never lacks excitement.
My stomach turns upside down and I feel sick.
That's what you like?
Yeah, it's fun.
The Royal American Exposition has been playing our state fair for 52 years, providing something for everyone. So whether mini donuts are your bag, Ferris wheels your fancy, or darts your desire, you can shoot for the stars on the Midway. Here, everyone is a kid again.
I'm still looking for thrills, you know. I don't know if I can take it. That's it. I might go in orbit and stay there.
You know, the folks that you meet out here at the fair are just the best, and we'll be back to meet more of them right after this.
Back at the Minnesota State Fair live, I'm Bill Carlson with Matthew Rohde, a 12-year-old gentleman who is going to be one of the finalists in the talent contest, which takes place when, Matthew?
It takes place on Labor Day at 6:30.
Okay, now you told me that in previous contests you played the violin, this time the fiddle. What's the difference?
Just the type of music, and that's about it.
Okay, so you play violin music, which I would guess, let me guess, I would suspect that means classical and that sort of thing?
Classical, more like orchestra and string quartet music.
But tonight you're going to play good old-fashioned fiddle for us, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, now this is the kind of thing you're going to hear at the talent contest. Matthew, if you want to move over to the microphone that Michael just used, that's the cause of the confusion, and play us some real fine fiddle music. Here's Matthew Rohde.
This is Dragging the Bull.
Matthew Rohde.
Boy, I'll tell you, that is one musician. You know, walking around the state fair, it's really easy to get a big appetite going. And right now, Peggy Knapp is going to take a tour of the fair and show us just what to expect in the way of food treats. Peg?
Thanks a lot. You know, most Minnesotans live pretty clean, healthy lives 50 weeks out of the year. They work hard and they eat good, healthy food. So for most people, the state fair is all the excuse they need to pig out! Rest assured, you'll find all those State Fair classics on sale once again. It seems like any food worth eating at the State Fair is on a stick. Fair classic. You have to be selective, though, because these people really want to sell you food.
Funnel cakes, right over here. Fried to the golden brown. Dusted with powdered sugar.
Get your taters while they're hot right outside the food building across from the agriculture building. We got your taters. We won't serve you that one, though.
And you want variety? We've got variety. If the food is good, like the shakes at the dairy barn, you can expect to wait a while. But when the waiting's finally over and you've eaten your fill, good night.
Boy, I'm full just watching all that food. I'll tell you, mini donuts are my favorite, as you learned earlier. But also, part of my favorite is being back on the Midway. That's where Don Shelby is. Don, what are you doing now?
I'm standing here at the newest concession on the Midway. It's called LeapFrog. And what you have to do is slam a frog into a garbage can. And we've done pretty well so far. Now, have I given you the money? I've given you the money. I got 4 slams. You got to hit this little teeter-totter job here, and you got to knock. You ever wondered whatever happens to the prizes they don't give away? They turn a game into them, and here they are. There's a frog sitting down here. Hit this guy, try to knock him into the garbage can. 1 for 1. All right. Now you knock that in again, and you get one of the small prizes, and you do that several times. You trade the prizes up for bigger prizes until you get one of those wizards up there, and that's what I'm after today. Here we go. This has got to go in. So, all right. Okay, now we're into the 2 prizes, okay?
One off either wall.
All right, I can get them off the either wall now. Okay, here we go. Oh! So close. So this doesn't really count. This is kind of... All right, now what does that do?
Feather or lace?
I get a feather or a lace. Show me this. Show me a feather. I like a feather. A feather and one of those things, a frog. It'd be apropos to get a frog here.
And here goes another one.
And here goes another one, a frog. This is Howard Cosell, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that's it for me, I guess. I've only got 12 toys here and 3 daughters. So that's, what is that, 4 apiece? 4 apiece. Oh, it's been a profitable night at the fair on the Midway. Come on down and enjoy yourself, Bill. This is a lot of fun out here, and I'm spending Ron Hadberg's money.
Okay, Don, just a little more practice and he can give up newscasting and follow the carnival circuit, I think. Well, you've heard some real exciting music all throughout the night, and, little tiny snippets. But right now, we're going to turn to our friends Paul New in Steel City and have a good sample, a good solid sample of the kind of thing they can do. Here's Paul New and Steel City.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Just a gigolo, everywhere I go, people know the part I'm playing. Paid for every dance, selling each romance. Oh, what they're saying. There will come a day, youth will pass away. What will they say about me? When the end comes, I know I'll be just a gigolo. Life goes on without me. Just a gigolo, everywhere I go, people know the part I'm playing. Paid for every dance, selling each romance. Oh, what they're saying. There will come a day, youth will pass away. What will they say about me? When the end comes, I know I'll be just a gigolo. Life goes on without me, 'cause nobody don't care for me. Nobody don't care for me. Sad lonely, sad lonely. Want some sweet woman come and rescue me? I ain't so bad. Well, I sing sweet love song, yeah, all the time. She will always be. Nobody don't care for me. Nobody don't care for me. Nobody. some of the goods. I ain't got nobody. Nobody don't care for me. Nobody don't care for me. I'm so sad and lonely. Sad and lonely. Want some sweet mama come and rescue me. I ain't so bad. Well, I sing she will always be, baby, Eva, Hoover,
Don Shelby has returned. How about a hand for Shelby?
Up down there. He just cleaned up. Ron Hanberg spent about $27 to win these prizes that are worth about 16 cents. But look at that.
Who gets the big banana, Don?
I think that's going to be for Pat Miles,
Little one.
whoever, the thing that's on the way.
Okay. Well, you know, while you show your banana to the folks here,
Please.
we have to go to another area, which is just a couple of blocks away. You know when you were over where
At
they
the
were
high
diving?
dive, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just 20 feet from there is a very special, brand new ride.
That's right. It's the Whitewater Raft Ride, and I was watching it earlier. It looks like just a barrel of fun, and I think Peggy's standing by to tell us a little bit more. Peg?
Yeah, I'm here, and I don't know how I got talked into going onto this thing, but going on it I am. Before I go, let me tell you, this thing, they've been building this ride since last April. It's about 1,000 feet long, but it only takes 2 minutes. So you get going about 9 miles an hour, which is plenty fast on the water, believe me. There's about 90,000 gallons of water pumped per minute, so there's a lot of water going through this. Really, they've created a small river here. And it takes 5 100 horsepower engines to keep the water going around. So I'm going to drop off my hardware here and leave the microphone here so you may hear the last sounds I ever make. And I'm going now. Pat, Bill, tell Mom I went bravely.
Okay, Peggy, as she turns around there now, she's
Carefully
getting into...
climbs into the barrel.
They
We
have
forgot to ask her if she knows how to swim.
I don't know. You know, they've been adjusting this all week because some of the first riders were getting a little bit wet. So they were adjusting it most of the week, I think, all preparing for this one ride by Peggy Knapp. There she goes.
She's doing a solo on her first time out.
There she... Well,
ooh. And notice she did wear her raincoat, as if that's going to help.
A little bit of water. Shelby, have you tried that yet?
I haven't yet, but that's going to be my next stop. Do they give prizes?
Okay, that winds us up live from the Minnesota State Fair with Don Shelby and Pat Brown.
Bill, it's a pleasure, and if you haven't been down to the State Fair yet, you've got to come. It's just a ball.
And more of the same kind of thing you're seeing here. Thanks for being with us tonight. Good night.
Bye-bye, everybody.
State Fair Live, brought to you in part by the American Dairy Association of Minnesota and the Minnesota Dairy Promotion Council. Get on a health kick with milk, 'cause milk's got more.